Jen Lagos. I'm here at Sport Beach at Cannes, Media Director at Colle McVoy, and I'm so excited to be here today talking to Tony Chen. Tony, so excited to meet you today.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so excited to be here. Super grateful. Look at this. This is such an amazing day. Yeah.
Wild.
A little bit about myself. I've been in advertising now for about 12, 13 years.
Okay.
I started my company, Channel Factory, back in 2011 after dropping out of school, actually, and seen a pretty interesting world of transformation since then.
Yeah.
And excited to chat today.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited to hear a little bit more about some of the things you're doing with your conscious advertising program.
Sure.
Really, so we're here on behalf, we're about halfway through Cannes Line. What are some of the key trends and themes that you've seen throughout the week so far?
Yeah, it's interesting. I would say there's actually like 3 specific themes and one that's like a surprise.
Okay.
The themes are, number 1, DEI obviously is a very big topic, right? Many panels, many interesting conversations. 2 is there's a whole piece around measurements.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a transformation around audience measurement as well as like what people are actually watching from a content perspective as well. And the 3rd is AI. I mean, obviously, right? Super exciting things. What's interesting about AI though is there's a little bit of fluff, of course, right? Around what people say they do and they don't do, but there's also underneath that fluff, there's also a lot of really interesting companies do some really cool things. And the last thing, this is a surprise, the economy, it does not seem to be like in a recession, right?
Yeah.
Shockingly.
Yeah.
So that's a big surprise, and there's a lot of confidence from advertisers talking to them about how their outlook for the rest of this year and also next, which is really interesting.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a surprise to all of us, given where we felt like we were heading.
Yeah.
But also a great thing, a great theme to be coming out of Cannes this year. So purpose-driven initiatives are a consistent topic at Cannes, like you mentioned.
Yep.
With increasing focus on more than pledges, but really action.
Yep.
Tell me about how Channel Factory is doubling down on its equitable commitments.
So, couple of things. So having to start this business about 12 plus years ago and being in this space for that long, you really need to find a mission and purpose over time, right? 10 years ago when I started, it was more about building a business. In the last couple of years, it's become much more, what can we actually do to improve the industry as a whole, right? And just taking a quick step back, what we don't realize as media folks in this space is every single day we influence a lot of people by the impressions we serve, right?
Absolutely.
We look at it from an Excel sheet perspective,
Yes.
but end of day, it's a lot of impact.
Yep.
Okay, so what are we doing from that perspective from Channel Factory? We launched something called the Conscious program about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And a big part of that was finding purpose of how can we transform the industry, right? So our core business is rating and classifying creators, what kind of content they're creating from a perspective of contextual and suitability, right? And so what we can do with that is help advertisers identify, okay, if you want to support a diverse creator, you can utilize our platform to do so, as an example, right? Some other things that we're doing also is we're starting to partner with creators in different ways to invest into them as well, right? But the large part is using our technology platform to help advertisers actually identify the creators that they don't realize are actually diverse, right? Because if you think about it, YouTube is one of the largest platforms in the world, right, from an inventory perspective, and there's so many diverse creators that are untapped, so that's a huge opportunity.
Yeah, I think seeing more representation and having any sort of programs or opportunity to increase that is huge. So that's really great. I love to see that you guys are doing that.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much. All right, well, thank you so much to Tony Chen for being here today and for the insightful conversation. That's it for now. Make sure to track Sport Beach 2023 and check out Stagwell social media to get in on all the action for the rest of the week.